Here we are. It's October 16th, 2021. Today I'm going to be talking about the simple pleasure of feeling miserable. I'll see you on the inside.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Welcome back. We are at it. It's Saturday morning. I'm driving into work. I thought I would get a opportunity to reach out to you from the house, but I was unable to do that. My son Max is with me this weekend and very much looking forward to hanging out with him. My 12-year-old is everything to me, and I just wanted to let you know that I spent the time with him. So now I'm taking this opportunity as I'm driving in to talk to you about some things that I'm noticing, that I'm checking out, that I'm seeing around. And I want to let you know that you can change a few things simply by getting outside of your comfort zone and living on purpose. But how do you do that, Dan? You got to remember that sometimes the guilty pleasure of feeling miserable or feeling sorry for yourself is a very real thing. And I think it's okay to do every now and again. I think it's okay to give yourself some, hey man, let's eat some soup. Let's sit on the couch. Let's just watch some Netflix for a minute. But it's such a danger zone. You have to understand that moment that you're going to feel bad about yourself, you have to get out of it quickly. And the best way that I know to get out of it quickly is to move. Start moving. It's that time of year when the seasons change. We're going from, in the Midwest, a beautiful summer to a very beautiful fall. And that transition sometimes gets people a little down. Sometimes you get to a point where the seasonal change, the difference is that pattern that you were in, you're thinking, oh man, winter's coming, summer just left. You're not really in the present. And then so you get a little miserable. So just get self-aware, find out where you're at. But realize too, is that whatever reason that you're feeling a little bit miserable, it might be warranted. You might have some shitty things going on in your life. Some bad stuff might have happened to you. I mean, we've talked about it on this podcast since it started. There's definitely, you got to look at it. Adversity. You're either in it, something's happening right now, which 30% of the people in your workforce are dealing with some sort of adversity right now on different levels. You're getting ready to go into it, which means you've gotten comfortable. Some things are happening in or out of your control. Or you've just gotten out of it and now you're just enjoying that period. So if you break that down into thirds, you got to find out where you're at. And I know that may be a terrible way to go about doing it, but see, my whole idea is that when adversity happens, you got to look at it. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You have to look at it as from a point of view, and it'll change your life when you do this. What can I gain and learn from this? Something that I saw recently, and I always question my level of the adversity. I was watching a commercial the other day of veterans that were dismembered, amputees from war, from their service to this country. And if you listen to this podcast, I was in the Marines from 1988 to 1992, and I never saw combat. My heart completely goes out to those men and their family and the commitment that they and their families made. And it was heart-wrenching. And I'm like, the adversity that I'm talking about is on a totally different level than that. I don't know anything about that. I don't have a reality there. It's not fair for me to talk about that level of adversity. I'm talking about adversity on a broad level. I'm talking about, I've never been in foster care, although I'm adopted, but I've never been in foster care. I can talk about the worst thing I think that is the loss of a child. I can't talk about those things. These are real things that people have to deal with. And what I'm stating is this: divorce, bankruptcy, those superficial things that happen, not being able to see your kids for a while, dealing with a sick child, which is what I've had to do a couple of times in my life, wondering if it was going to work out. Thank God, and things have worked out and they're both healthy. And my daughter's dealing with some, autoimmune issues right now. And it's sad, but it's adversity. And you got to find a way, and I'll get back on track. You have to find a way to stay positive in the moment and realize to yourself, you have to realize that you're in control of your thoughts and your emotions. If you dwell on the negativity, if you dwell on the, oh my God, woe is me, it's a train that's going down fast. That train is going to crash into the mountain. What you really need to do is you need to soar. You need to get above it. If you're driving in a car and you're looking at trying to find the sunset and there's mountains in front of you and you got some adversity directly in front of you, well, you really can't see the skyline. You can only see it from the mountains are in front of it. So the best you're going to see is the mountain in front of you. You can't see beyond that. So what do you need to do? You need to elevate. You need to rise so that you can get a different perspective. Because when you rise higher than the mountain, you can see everything and you get a different perspective. And that different perspective is what I'm trying to teach you in the no comfort zone that you can have on the ground, and realize that God's delays are not God's denials. Your time is coming. You just have to work on you. You have to become aware of where you're currently at. Identify, how did you get there? What decisions led you to this point? What actions did you take that maybe you shouldn't have? What was good with those actions? Then you have to decide where it is you want to go in your life, and then you got to take massive action in that direction and start taking action. And that AIDA can happen shortly. It can happen in moments. You're on the couch feeling bad, things didn't go your way, you lost. You're humiliated, you're defeated. I've been there, I get there every now and again, and all of a sudden you realize that most of that crap was in your own head. So what do you need to do? Get up and go walk. Start there. Go walk to the gym. Put your gym shoes on. Go walk outside. Grab your puppy that's looking at you and take him for a walk. Grab your spouse and say, hey, we need to go for a walk. Motion creates emotion. Just remember that. It's okay to be miserable for a minute, but don't get too comfortable staying there. Find a way to get out of that, because it will create more adversity. I promise you, I have a life experience of this. And I talk to people now and I'm asking, like, okay, you're upset, you're sad, things are down and out. What are you doing right now? Just sitting here. God, move, go do something, man. Get out of that comfort zone. You're going to die. Get out of the comfort zone. You're going to go run in place like I did. I was talking with one of my coworkers and something came up and they said, no matter what, you just can't teach attitude. And I would agree. You cannot teach attitude. You have to have a winner's mindset. And this podcast is really focused on your attitude and mindset. I can't teach it to you, but I can definitely know this. At some point in your life, you had a fighting spirit. At some point in your life, you had some ambition. And at some point in your life, you realized, you know what? I need to wake up. Maybe you haven't woken up yet. Shit, I went back to sleep walking around this planet for a solid, good 10 years. Going through the motions, average. I was woke, and I went back to sleep, going through the motions, sleepwalking through my life and career. And then I woke up after a doctor's visit, after some pain in my life. I woke up and I'm never going back to sleep. I am pushing hard every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. I'm moving forward. Life's hit me hard a couple of times, punching down on me right now, just coming at me. It's okay. Bring it. I can handle it because I've got the blueprint. I know what to do. And it's very powerful and very empowering. And it's not from a agitation point of view. It's like I got some certainty in my life. I know I'm going to get through this. I truly believe God's delays aren't God's denials. And whatever reasons these adversities are in front of me right now, there is a greater good on the other side of this. I get past that fear. That's what God wants me to have. I firmly believe that, ladies and gentlemen who listen to this podcast. This is called the No Comfort Zone for a reason: success and motivation. If you're hearing this message and you're saying to yourself, I need to get out of my comfort zone, man, I just don't know how. Go to my website, thenocomfortzone.com. Hell, even text me, 773-220-0938. 773-220-0938. Cell phone number across the world. Shoot me a text. Let me know I'm in, man. I'm in the no comfort zone. I get it. I understand it. I'm down. I'm with you, brother. Let me know where you're at. Tell me, hey, man, I heard your podcast. Good. Give me a thumbs up. I don't have to know who you are. Just shoot me a thumbs up. Got you. I'd love to talk about you on the show. Let me know about what adversity you went through. Let me know how you got out of it. Let me know how you used the blueprint, AIDA. Awareness, identify, decide, and take action. You've gone through something already and you had success, and you used the blueprint without even knowing it. You have the information right there. You've done that. Let me know about it. I'd love to talk about it on the show. I'd love to help other people understand that you don't need to live in misery. You don't need to be upset. That adversity is not necessarily a bad thing. I hope this podcast is reaching you today because it's such a beautiful day. It's your time to shine. It's your time to show up on the podium. It's your chance to be heard. Hey, and if you want to be on this podcast, I'm going to start doing interviews. I'm starting to line them up right now. Let me know. Go to Dan at the No Comfort Zone. Text me. You got my phone number now. Go to Dan at the NoComfortZone.com and say, hey, I want to be on your show. If you've got a motivational product, if you have some inspirational message, if you've been on this planet and you decide to yourself, you know what, I'm ready to talk about where I've been at in my life, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk to Dan's audience. I'll promote you. I'll make that happen. And I'm looking forward to it. My man Joe Slaughter, who was on the show a while back, gosh, it was probably 6, 7, 8 months ago. Could be a year for all I know. Geez, COVID crazy. I just saw it. He's now the Denim Guess, the apparel company, the fashion company. He's the model for Guess Denim. How do you like that? He deserves it. That guy's a great dude. Salt of the earth human being. Guy's so dialed in, so great. Such a great dude. Just love the guy, man. And I'm so fortunate I had a chance to meet him. The guy has success written all over him. The guy has inspiration written all over him. Super positive. You need a dose of positivity. He's the guy. I wish that guy would become a motivational speaker because he is definitely one that I would just totally prop out. I would flow him a ton of power as I'm doing right now. That could be you. You could find out something. Here's a kid. If you didn't listen, I've got one of the shows a long time ago. Just look back for Joe Slaughter. Here's a guy who literally was selling cars with me, just said he wanted to be a dancer. And next thing you know, bam, bam, bam. He's traveling the world and was dancing with Cher. Now he's the guest model, Chase commercial, just all over the place. Liquor commercials in Europe, handsome dude, beautiful girlfriend, great friends. Good son to his father, I know, because I know his father. His father's a very good professional photographer, legit photographer. And yeah, I'm off tangent, but I just wanted to let you know that there's an opportunity for you to get on the show and talk. And I would love to hear your story and see what goes on. And I know other people would too. This would be a great platform for us to talk about where you've been, what you've done, and where you want to go. And now you've got my cell phone number. It's the second time I've given it out because I want people to wake up. I really want you to wake up and realize how magnificent you are and how awesome everyone else's life would be if you could just say, hey man, here's the adversity that I faced. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, here's the adversity that I faced. I got through it and here's what happened in my life. I was able to keep my marriage. I was able to get out of bankruptcy. I was able to find that business, get that promotion. I was able to have a better relationship with my children. I was able to be a better person. I was able to be a better employee, better CEO. Hey, I was able to get off drugs. These are the stories that I hear from people, and I would love to share those stories because that's life, baby. That's that human moment, right? Everyone's going through something at some time in their life. Be cool to that person. And if they come up to you and they ask for help, help them. They need help. That's what we're on this planet for. A ship wasn't meant to sit in the harbor. These problems that you were given weren't meant just for you. They're out there to help other people. And when you think about these things and you come up with a path that worked for you, other people want to know about it. You got to share it. And that's what I'm doing here now. And the impact that I've made on people's lives is my purpose in life. And that's what I want to do is I want to help you in case you didn't figure that out. Go to thenocomfortzone.com. Thenocomfortzone.com. Go to that website. You'll see a tiny little picture of me. A very simple, easy website. There's a calendar. Get on the calendar. Let me call you. We'll go over the blueprint. I will help you get from point A to point B. It's that simple. It doesn't cost you anything. 20-minute phone call. Let's see if you want to work together. And I am putting together another Team No Comfort Zone. Once you let me know you're in, I'll get you access to the Facebook, and we'll go in there and we'll go through a No Comfort Zone. As soon as I'm done with my knee surgery, which is on Wednesday, I'm getting back into my No Comfort Zone. I'm building back in order to get unrecognizable after 60 days. I'm ready to go. I'm feeling great, feeling positive. I hope you are too. Today is the day you make that decision to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.